Alright, brothers and sisters, I'm back with what I'm gonna call this series More Revelations. And this will be part two. And I found what I was trying to explain to you on part one of More Revelations, as far as 2/3 of the earth will be struck. And also in chapter 4 in Zechariah, that's what it was in Zechariah, that it talks about when Jesus comes down to the New Jerusalem. It talks about what will happen. Also proven even more, because the Father wants me to do this, and because this is what I love to do on who the real Jews are and real Israelites. Zechariah. I got a lot of revelation, folks. So this series may be 4-5 parts. Hopefully not as long as Abraham's Seed in America. But I already knew that was gonna go the distance, because a whole lot of information to cover. But Zechariah chapter 13. Verse 8, it says, "And the whole land declares the Lord, 2/3 will be struck down and perish, yet 1/3 will be left in it. This third I will bring into the fire, I will refine them like silver and test them like gold. They will call on my name and I will answer them. I will say, they are my people, and they will say, the Lord is our God." This also is in Revelation right here, referring to that as far as the great baptism. So I'm going to try to find it real quick since I'm real familiar with Revelation. Yeah, and that's Revelation, it's chapter 7, starting at verse 9. It said, "After this I looked, and there before me was a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, tribe, people, and language, standing before the throne in front of the Lamb. They were wearing white robes and were holding palm branches in their hands, and they cried out in a loud voice, 'Salvation belongs to our God, who sits on the throne, and to the Lamb.'" Now, let me see. 13, to show you how it's linked. Verse 13, chapter 7. "Then one of the elders asked me, 'These in white robes, who are they? And where did they come from? Who are these people?' he wondering. I answered," this is talking about the angel, "'Sir, you know.' And he said, 'These are they who have come out of the great tribulation. They have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Therefore they are before the throne of God, and serve him day and night in his temple. And he who sits on the throne will spread his tent over them. Never again will they hunger, never again will they thirst." This is talking about in Zechariah, what I just got finished reading, after the 2/3. This is the great tribulation period, the 2/3 of the earth being destroyed. This links back to FEMA. The FEMA camps, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, who the evil that's up in Congress right now, which is the Antichrist, of course, because if you study about the Nation of Islam, they are automatic Antichrist. They automatic Antichrist because they raised Muhammad higher than Jesus. So they highly oppose Christianity. For those who know that Nation of Islam, you would know that. They highly oppose it. I don't care how much they smile in your face and friendly, "Oh, we peace, we peace, we," you still against Christianity. But I understand where their history came from, because a lot of the Roman Catholics going around slaughtering a big majority of the Indians, or slaughtering a big majority of Israel, the Native Americans and the African Americans. So that's that great coalition over there that you see in the Nation of Islam. It's a mixture of Indians and it's a mixture of Africans. But the Israel have converted over into something they should not, because Isaac is the chosen seed. So those Israelites that have converted over to Islam, the Father is disappointed at, because the true custom is the Hebrew custom, the ways of Yah, the commandments that have been given to them in Leviticus. And if you read the book of Leviticus, that explains the original culture of Israel, the original culture, their ways, everything. I'm talking about the complete culture of how Israel lived in the book of Leviticus. So for those who are curious about what was the original culture of the Israelites, and for the so-called lost and confused African Americans over here, your original culture is in Leviticus. So read, study, and check that out. But moving along in Zechariah chapter 14, this explains when Jesus comes down and reigns with the New Jerusalem. So I'm going to try to read this as brief as I can. It said, "Their Lord is coming when your plunder will be divided among you. I will gather all the nations to Jerusalem to fight against it. The city will be captured, the houses ransacked, and the women raped." Look like somebody finna get them a little something on the side in the process. Half of the city, half of the city will go into exile, but the rest of the people will not be taken from the city. Then the Lord will go out and fight against those nations as He fights in the day of battle. This is the war I was talking about. As He fights in the day of battle, it say the Lord will go out and fight. Which Jesus, this was the Lord of Lords, King of Kings should come down. Now I'm finna get to something real close here. Just a sec. It say, as in the day of battle, on that day, His feet would stand on the Mount of Olives east of Jerusalem. Still talking about Jerusalem. And the Mount of Olives would be split in two from east to west, forming a great valley, and half of the mountain moving north, half moving south. Okay, let's see. Basically, it's giving prophecy of what's gonna happen during the time of the invasion of Jesus when He comes down. So I'm gonna skip a couple of verses, going to the one where, okay, here we go. Matter of fact, I only had a couple of verses until I got to where I wanted to read to, so I'm going to continue. It says, "You will flee as you fled from an earthquake in the days of Uriah king of Judah, and the Lord my God will come, and all the holy ones with Him." On that day, when come down, get ready to slay the people. On that day there will be no light, no cold or frost. Why is it cold and frosty over in Israel right now, the so-called state of Israel? It will be a unique day without any daytime or nighttime, a day known to the Lord. When evening comes, there will be light. It said, "On that day, living water will flow out from Jerusalem, half to the eastern sea, half to the western sea, and in the summer and winter," and this is the part I really wanted to read, "the Lord will be king over the whole earth. On that day there will be one Lord, and His name the only name." Now it says on this day when all Israel comes back, Judah comes back to this land. On this day He will be king over the whole earth. So when that actually happens, the new Jerusalem, when He comes, see, this is linking to Revelation right here. This is linking to Revelation, showing you what it's talking about in Revelation. In Zechariah, one of the prophets, this goes in a little more detail, saying that the Israelites will not return back to Jerusalem until this day happens. This day. When this happens, on this day, what it's talking about, the Lord will go out and fight against those nations as He fights in the day of battle. After the fight happens, then Israel shall come unto the new Jerusalem. The new heaven is a new earth now. Now it's a new earth, now it's a new heaven, because Jesus is here. And He comes down, removing all the wickedness, removing all the evil from this planet. And after He does that, the Lord, Zechariah 14:9, will be king over the whole earth. So once again, you fake Jewish people, I don't care if 3 million of these so-called Jews watch my channel and watch this video. You are not the real Jews. You are the fake so-called Jews. In the scripture they call Israelites, not Israelis. Even Jesus speaks of this in Revelation, saying you are not the real Jews. You are the synagogue of Satan. You are not the real Jews. Where's Jesus Christ at if you the real Jews, huh? Where's Jesus at if you are the real Jews? Is this the new earth? Because according to prophecy, it's supposed to be a new earth and new heaven when the Israelites return to Jerusalem. So your so-called state of Israel, that's some pure BS. We are the Jews. You are not the Jews. Quit lying to yourself. Quit trying to convince yourself that you are the real Jews, because you not. I have more revelation to share, linking to Obama, but Christ for life, and stay tuned.